What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make the neighbor case house. This is part 4, and in this one, we're going to be finishing off the actual, base house itself, and then getting some of the finer details in, some, what, I guess, I don't know, some of the stuff on those top roofs there, the, smokestacks and chimneys and the little graveyard up there and whatever. But yeah, that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Let's ideally try to finish the base house here. I do think that is a reasonable request or goal for this part. So you're going to start off by getting out the following. Dark oak stairs, dark oak planks, and dark oak steps. That's really all we're going to need for a little while here, because we're just going to be doing roofs, as mentioned, probably. Or finishing off at least some of them, and then we might end up getting something else out and doing the roof on the back of the bottom floor, if that makes sense. Anyway, your roof should be 2 blocks thick, just as a reminder here. You want to take both blocks of the center here, these stairs, and you want to extend them to the right with 4 dark oak steps each. You then go right from that with 5 dark oak planks that are down diagonally right a row. Then right with 6 slabs. And then, there's so many things in here. Reading is hard. Then 7 planks that are again down diagonally right. Then 8 slabs. And then from that point, it should be 4 planks down diagonally right. And I think it will connect into the other one. Yeah, it will. Nice. It looks like that. That's how... that one's kind of long, yeah. So, again, this one... how far down does it go? It really doesn't go that far down. So, I'm going to give you a, spot to go to instead of a number here, because it's a very large area. So, we're ignoring the planks here, because those are just going to... actually, well, you can, I guess, bring the first slabs down with planks. That's technically all you really need to do. But... this first row of stairs, you're going to bring these stairs all the way over until you're basically in line with the last slab before it here. So you see it's going to go or I guess slab that's up diagonally from it, like so. You're then going to go 7 slabs, which should be down diagonally from the planks. And I believe from this point you're just staying down diagonally at all times by half a block. So yeah, you're just really tracing this. So it'll be down diagonally with a row of 8 planks, and then I'm gonna say 3 slabs, and we'll leave that gap open, and that'll just be a good anticipation for the next part. Again, I'll really place the row of planks under the stairs. It'll go all the way forward until it connects into the other planks. Or I guess right, technically not forward. Nice. From this point, that's all of the bow that the roof has, so it's really just a whole lot of fiddling and bringing things over. So, what is the best way to go about this? Well, there's not really one, frankly. We have a lot of space to fill here and a lot of things to do. So, the first thing I'll mention is on the back here, you want to really just go until the end here. Obviously, you'll have this row of stairs here that'll go, across the greenhouse, and I'd recommend stopping actually at this row for this particular roof. Anything below, it might be the same for a little bit. I'll have to actually inform you of that, and I'll tell you what goes on down there. But we'll just go there for now. And really, anything that connects to anywhere logical, just bring over, these, connect into this roof. Just to get the easy ones out of the way. And I think this plank row will kind of just get masked. Yeah, so this row of stairs will be the first real row. You see if I bring this one across, and then I take this roof here, and I'll just start bringing these oak stairs back with dark oak stairs. And it'll just keep running into planks until eventually it won't. I think. I say I think because it might be a row of planks technically by then, but I'm not actually sure off the top of my head. No, it's not. It is a row of stairs, and then that'll... you see, you'll bring this one all the way back, and then you can just connect them at a point. And they shouldn't line up perfectly. Like plank to plank, stair to stair kind of perfectly. They will obviously still line up at an angle. Really, the only thing you need to know is that if you have a stair and a plank that meet at a corner, the thing that will end up actually being in that corner is the plank. And yeah, you see here I'm kind of just filling this along, and really as I hit each row, I'll just go back another block and just check if it is the same. And yeah, it is for, I think most of it actually. I really believe it is just that top row that isn't. Yeah. And then you see again, this one will just connect into that, and yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing going here. And oh my goodness, this is so much roof. It's too much roof, honestly. But yeah, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. Hope you're awake as well. It's a great thing to start a tutorial with. This absolute bloodbath of a roof. I would recommend placing the inner corner planks as well on those rows. You'll see why later. Mainly, like, when I say later, I mean, like, literally probably the last part of this. So, yeah, very much later. But still. Trying to figure out if I build Return of the Guest, I think is the next one. Like, what am I actually supposed to do? Because if you guys are familiar with that map, it's pretty much just like a lot of the neighbor case thing just rearrange, and some rooms are different. Let's see, stair and stair will connect there, and yeah, I'll stop here for now on the back. You can see where I have it a flat line because I don't want to bring these back into a roof point that I don't know where it is yet, but it should be the same anyway, at least to start. But yeah, anyway, it should look like this. Great wake up call. That is a lot of roof right there. So anyway, yeah, you want to just work your way to the back, and I'll give you a brief second as I figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be doing here. And yeah, okay, it is different. I thought it was different, but I was like, it might be the same, but it is. So, head to the back whenever you're ready. I'm going to say the stair up against the, like, greenhouse is going to be this, not the one, I guess, diagonally to it, but it's one block out, so you can actually, you know, trace the whole thing. But you're going to bring this stair down with a plank. Down diagonally forward with a stair. Which is towards you, technically. It's backwards, but whatever. Down with 2 planks. Down diagonally toward you with a stair. Down with a plank. Down diagonally toward you with a stair. Down diagonally toward you with a plank. And then you'll place a slab, which should be on top of the yellow terracotta. And you see that's kind of the curve we've got going. As you progressively bring this over to the left, you'll hit an imaginary wall. The first row will hit like this quartz pillar, and you really just want to bring everything to that point. But yeah, and then eventually you'll hit a point where you're actually connecting into the other roof, which it should, I think, just be dark oak planks that'll go behind those oak stairs we already have. Yeah, it will be. And then really from that point, it'll just be connecting dark oak to dark oak again. And yeah. Should look like this. Couple things we can get out immediately. Cyan concrete, stripped dark oak wood, and I actually think that's anything? It is anything, yeah. Everything that we'll need for now. First off, this little side of the roof, or the wall here, you're going to just bring the quartz pillar out with cyan concrete to fill in any gap you have. Don't forget, like, the top row here, because that is going to be kind of sneaky with the upside down oak stairs covering some of it. Nice. The only other roof I can think of immediately would be this one. Unless, again, I might be missing something, but I don't think I am. Get our pale oak trapdoors, by the way, in addition. I kind of forgot to mention that one. But you want to take it should be this entire wall, with the exception of, if you're looking at it, it'll be 1 from the left and 2 from the right that are excused from this part. You want to place 3 rows of dark oak planks coming off of the brick. So again, you see you have just the quartz pillar row on the left, and then you have the quartz pillar and the first red concrete on the right. It should look like this. From we'll call it the left side. You want to take this, I guess, front left dark oak plank and count right by 1 and place a strip dark oak. Then going right, leave a gap of 4, dark oak, gap of 5, dark oak. This is all strip dark oak, by the way, I should mention. Gap of 4, dark oak, gap of 8, dark oak, which should be 1 further than that quartz pillar as well, if that's important. Gap of 6. Dark oak. Gap of 6. Dark oak. When I say gap of 6, it would mean count right by 7. Just so we're clear on that one. Bring each strip dark oak up by 3, and then we have to get out another material. Actually, bring them up by 4, not 3, I apologize. But yeah, then we have to get out another material. I got distracted by that fact to not know the number. Reasonable excuse. Get out pale oak stairs. That's what we need. And so to start off, you want to place a row of upside down dark oak slabs connecting these top strip dark oak woods together, and it'll stick off the left and the right by 1. So it basically perfectly follows that line of dark oak planks. Like so. Extend the ends back into the wall. And then up diagonally in from that, you'll place dark oak slabs, kind of just going around inside. Filling in the one long row you have left, you'll place dark oak planks. Nice. The furthest right 2 set of stripped dark oak wood pillars. You should have 6 slabs in the middle. Leaving 1 open on the left and I guess 2 open on the right, you're going to break the other 3 dark oak slabs and replace them with pale oak trapdoors hovering at the top half of the blocks. It's time for another pattern. So, heading to the left, because we'll go left to right again. From this upside down dark oak slab, you're going to go right with an upside down pale oak stair. 3 upside down slabs. Upside down pale oak stair. 3 upside down slabs. All of this will be upside down. I should just stop saying that now. Then a pale oak stair. 4 slabs. Pale oak stair. 4 slabs again. Pale oak stair. 3 slabs. Pale oak stair. 5 slabs. Pale oak stair. 6 slabs. Pale oak stair. 3 slabs, and then a pale oak stair again. The other remaining row you'll just fill in with upside down dark oak slabs going all the way through like so. Nice. Kind of just like little supports, I guess, or something of that nature. And so, again, like, that should be every roof on this house done. I don't really think there's anything else that we particularly need to add. If you want to do a quick fly around and just check and make sure that everything is concealed somehow, then yeah, you can do that. Other than obviously that. I know there's a couple others we have to do, but I don't know. I might wait till the inside for that. We'll see how they end up going, because there's 2 I can immediately think of. That one we'll do definitely now for sure, but the one that's like on this roof we might end up waiting on. Well, not now for that one, I mean, but you get the point. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Well, no, we'll start with prismarine bricks, actually, I lied. Prismarine walls. Warped fence. End rods. Light blue candles, I believe. If I could block pick it, yeah. Where? Okay, here. Cyan candles. Warped signs. Prismarine brick stairs. And I feel like there should be something else, but it's just not clicking in my brain right now. Structure voids, I guess. If you do not know, or if you do not have structure voids on hand, it is /give at @structure_void. Look, there's another block that worked that was invisible. Is there? Maybe it was something like, oh no, I think it was structure blocks that was just weird. The other structure. So anyway, each of the prismarine bricks you have, which there should be, that roof alone should have 6 of them, and this should be 7, and I think those are the only 7, right? I do believe so, yes. But each prismarine brick you will extend up by 2. I'll do all of them, why not? Not like it'll make it any slower or faster. Actually, it might make it slower because I'm flying more, but whatever. From that point, they're going to go up with the following. From each of the top prismarine bricks, you're going to place a prismarine wall, warp fence, end rod, and then a light blue candle. And again, you'll do that pattern of 4 on each of them. And those will give you those funny little spires. And they also light up. Not that that's particularly important, but, you know. It looks cool, so. Lights in the night in Minecraft are always cool to look at. Especially on a big build like this. In addition, you want to take the top prismarine brick, and you're going to surround it in warp signs. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one, get rid of these guys, and I'm going to control block pick, and it'll give me this sign, which you see, if I look at it, it says plus data, and I can just place them now without having to close the sign every time. You can also, I guess, technically copy a waxed sign so people can't type on it, but that's not really important. The same way, I should say, with the control block pick. This only works on PC, unfortunately. I don't believe... Whoopsies. I don't even think, like... I don't think any other version of Minecraft has the capability. I know console doesn't for sure, and I presume Switch is included in that. And how did I miss this one? That's like the obvious whatever, honestly. I don't want to ask questions. Anywho, you should have this. But yeah, I don't think mobile does either anyway. Heading to the peak on the left here, the other large one. You want to, on top of the... You have like a 2x2 of dark oak stairs at the top here. You want to place a 2x2 of upside down prismarine brick stairs on top. The catch is that each of them face a different direction. So if you're looking from the actual front of the build, you'll take the front left and place a upside down stair facing forward. You'll essentially, off of the right of it, you'll look at the right of that stair and place another stair. Then the right of that one stair, right of that one stair. Essentially, you're turning each time to the right. I guess you're turning to the left, and then, yeah, you're turning to the left but moving right, and you'll just place them each. And you'll do the same thing with the top. So I guess for directions, front left would face forward, front right would face right, back right would face back, and back left will face left. On top of each of those stairs, you'll place a prismarine wall, then a warp fence, and then a light blue candle. 2x2 centers are going to be the death of me, I'm not going to lie. I mean, sometimes they're nice, and then there's that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's do a bunch of the random fences and stuff that are jotted around. So, we'll start from the bottom here. The actual, like, porch itself. You want to place warp fence on top of these quartz pillars. There's one exception, but we're actually just going to break it instead, because I find that to be easier. On the right side, or to the right side of the, you know, staircase point, you're going to count to the 4th warp fence over, break it, replace it with a structure void. On top of every warp fence, you'll place a cyan candle. This will generally continue for most of this. I'll probably say it every time because, you know, so that way you know when you can actually place them and so we're not just casually doing it. Should have that. Just makes them a little bit spikier. Heading up above this to this little weird roof extrusion. I don't know why there's one here, but if you take the dark oak planks to the right of this, which are these two, you'll place warp fence on top of both. Front one, you'll extend left by 3, and again, you'll place your cyan candles on top. Heading up more, you're going to have warp fence off of the front row of this roof with the, like, muddy mangrove thing going on here. This little, like, panel on top. Which is a graveyard, by the way. Don't know why he has a graveyard in his roof, but I'm not going to ask questions. On the left, you'll bring the fence back by 1. And if you leave the left 4 warp fence open, the next 6, you will place 2 additional fences on top of each. So it'll look like this. Yet again, cyan candle on each top warped fence. And I don't ever think this changes, actually. I legitimately don't think any of these fences have anything different going on. Other than some weird heights and stuff. I have to sneeze again? Okay, well, I actually sneezed that time. I think it was last part. I didn't. I said it, but I didn't actually end up sneezing at all. On this roof that, you know, cuts through the center that's going, you know, left to right. If you take the singular row of dark oak planks here on the, like this, I guess 1 total block of height, on the, not the very top of the bow, but the second part down, you're going to take the rightmost 4 dark oak planks, or leftmost 4, excuse me, and place a warp fence on them, and then extend 1 to the left as well, like that. Extend each warp fence up by 3, and then you'll place your cyan candles on top, as per usual. Nice. I think that's like all in this particular area. Well, there's that one. That was a nether brick, though. So, can't do that one yet. The next one will be off of like the top of the other roof, the one that's going front to back. You're gonna take the back spire here. You can see I got the greenhouse to my left there, and to my right I have not really much of anything actually. You want to take the top 2 prismarine bricks. You'll have to break a warp sign for this, and you'll extend them forward with 4 warp fence. Yet again, you want the cyan candles on top. 1 per block. Thank you. On the right side of the roof here, you want to take the oak fence row, and again, off of the like bottom prismarine brick, you're going to place a warp fence to the right. Extend it forward with 2 fence, 2 structure voids, and then 3 warp fence. Copy that row 2 more times, if I could actually place the blocks, and yeah, you'll have to bring the structure voids up as well. It'll, 1, allow us to place signs, and 2, we'll have the fences cling to it to make the gap look a little bit better. Oh yeah, you'll have to break another warp sign as well. You'll then place 2 full rows of warp fence on top. Take the front and backmost fences and extend them up by 2. And then the rows inside of them you'll bring up with 1 fence. And it'll give you this kind of curved shape almost. Yet again, you want a cyan candle on each top warp fence. I'm going to get rid of the warp signs and get out spruce signs, and off of the right side of each of the structure voids, you'll place spruce signs, which will also extend left and right an additional row onto the warp fence. Just like so. According to my calculations, that should be all of the fencing done. Other than another brick. Which I suppose we should do, actually, huh? Yeah, I suppose we should get that out of the way. So clear your inventory. If you have structure voids, pop them in your actual, like, inventory itself. And I say clear your inventory. Technically should be clear your hotbar, but inventory sounds better anyway. And you want to get out the following. Nether brick fence. Pale oak trapdoors, gray candles, and we can do the other weird thing while we're here, which involves the following. Polished deep slate walls, stripped spruce wood, never mind, we already have those, lanterns, and spruce fence gates. Do we want to do that as well? Sure, get out stone. Odd, I know, but it's fine. So on this roof here, the yellow terracotta on the back, this kind of weird curved one, you want to take the first row of dark oak planks and place 4 nether brick fence coming across from the left and 3 from the right. This is if you're looking towards the front. Extend each nether brick fence up by 2. And then you'll place a full row of nether brick fence on top. The leftmost fence that you can bring up, you'll place another nether brick fence on top. And then really from there, you're bringing that fence up diagonally left by 2, just on top of these stairs. And then this one you'll bring up by 1 as well. It technically goes through the roof, but obviously we can't quite replicate that, so. You'll place a gray candle on each top nether brick fence, which is going to be these guys up here, and then all these. Obviously, you can't place them on these here, so just kind of ignore them. In this little gap here you have in the center on the left half, you're going to crouch and place pale oak trapdoors open up against the nether brick fence there. Extend those out a row. In addition, if you take the furthest left nether brick fences, this row of 2 on the top of the roof, you'll place a row of polished deep slate walls behind it, which is going to be right off of this stair, and you'll go up with 6 polished deep slate walls. in total. It should look like that. You'll then place a strip spruce on top, preferably facing left to right, but we'll get there in a sec. And then a polished deep shade wall on top of that. The strip spruce wood you'll bring right with two sideways strip spruce wood, so again you can then make that one also sideways. And from that furthest right one you'll place a nether brick fence and then a lantern going down. From the first strip spruce wood you'll place two spruce fence gates extending off of the technically front and back of it. Essentially it's the side that is, the two sides would be perpendicular to the lantern side, like so. From this point, if you you trace these polished deep slate walls towards the actual roof to this dark oak stair right here, you're going to actually count up another dark oak stair from that, and then from that one in particular, you're counting right by 4, breaking this one and placing 3 stone extending up. You're then going up diagonally forward, up 2, up diagonally forward, up 2, up diagonally forward, and then up 2. Off each side of the top stone, you'll place pale oak trapdoors open up against it, along with, which one is it? It'll be the second row of 3. So this one right here, the second one from the bottom, and off the center stone, you'll do the same thing with the trapdoors. Nice. I think we can finally do the blue concrete powder sections, because I just remembered we needed to do those. You want to get out the following materials. Blue concrete powder, as mentioned. Diorite stairs. Diorite slabs. Smooth quartz stairs. Do we need smooth quartz slabs? No. You do need dark oak stairs, though. And dark oak slabs. Dark oak planks. And I think jack-o'-lanterns. This might be the first time I've ever used them. So where we are right now, actually, we can stay right here because there is one in this particular area. There's 3 on this roof, and 2 of them are actually in line. So if you take the top row of stairs on this particular back roof that is, like, doesn't have planks below it, I guess, out of this, like, big wall of just stairs, you're taking this row, and leaving the corner one open, you're going to break 5 extending towards the end. And I might recommend making this dark oak stair in the corner here, just facing kind of, or turning into the corner, so it'll connect into the blue concrete powder better. But in this gap, you want to place blue concrete powder. You will need something under it, so I'm just going to place dark oak planks under it, and then blue concrete powder on top. Hopefully that won't cause an issue. Is there actually something visible under it? I would actually maybe recommend doing oak stairs. That might be logical. So you can grab them out, and again, I'm going to place upside down oak stairs, because that should be what they actually are on the inside. The left and right blue concrete powders you will bring up by 4. And then in the center, you'll take the bottom, or just on top of the bottom row blue concrete powder and place diorite slabs. Full block of space above it, so to the next blue concrete powder up, you'll connect with upside down diorite slabs. That they were diorite before anyway, whatever. And then you'll take the top of blue concrete powders here and place upside down diorite stairs facing in on top with an upside down diorite slab in the middle. Blue concrete powder placed on top of the diorite. As mentioned, this is also on the other side in the same position. So if you want to get to this point as well, you can. I'm going to trace this across. And again, it'll just be like this top row of stairs here. I'll break 5. Make sure I have 4 in total on the back. I'll place the upside down oak stairs and then the blue concrete powder on top. Either side should be brought up by, I want to say it was 4. Diorite slabs at the bottom. Next block up, upside down diorite slabs. Then you'll leave a gap of 1, and from the top one, you'll place upside down diorite stairs facing towards each other with an upside down diorite slab in the middle. And blue concrete powder can be placed on top of the slab, of the diorite specifically. Inside of this by a block facing any way but outwards, you're going to place jack-o'-lanterns filling in the back of this. I think you need placeholders. No, you actually don't. Interesting. I thought you did. Maybe that's an older thing or something, where you used to not be able to just place them in the air. But you'll end up breaking whatever of the roof you need to, and just behind all this diorite, you'll place jack-o'-lanterns. Again, the only thing you want to make sure is that the face of the jack-o'-lantern does not face out. You want to see that, like, rigid pumpkin texture. But you want the light emitted, which is why we use jack-o'-lanterns here. Off the top blue concrete powder corners here, you'll place upside-down smooth quartz stairs facing in. Bring those out with stairs and also up with stairs. Then in with upside-down stairs. Up with stairs. Upside-down stair facing forward in the center, I guess, towards you. And then on top of that one, you'll place a regular stair facing away from you. So it should look like this. And again, you want to do the same thing on both. So the upside-down stair on the top corners, which is brought in all sorts of directions. Really, you're just bringing them up until you hit a point. But the point is kind of what's weird, because you have the two stairs facing opposite directions. Like so. Okay, so you're going to leave the top smooth quartz stair alone. This, like, very top guy. But the next one down on either side, you'll bring out with a dark oak stair. And then just connect into the roof with what should be probably 3 dark oak slabs. If it's not 3, you might want to worry. But also, you might not want to worry. It's not a huge deal, I guess. Between those stair rows and slabs, you'll place a row of dark oak planks. And then really for the rest of this roof, you're just bringing these smooth quartz stairs over with dark oak stairs and connecting them into the roof. If your stairs aren't connecting like this, what you can actually do is if you just stand here and, like, kind of move your cursor back until you're no longer highlighting this stair right here, and just break, you see it'll fix it. Basically, you're breaking the stair just inside. Yeah. If you have these little gaps at the side, which again you should, you will actually, well, I guess you could, no, you do need to break that dark oak stair, and it'll just fill that little 2-block gap with blue concrete powder. I want to bring this roof over first, though. That would be smart. And yeah. There's another one of these, and then I think there's 2 of the smaller ones, and I think that's pretty much all the house segments done entirely now. For real this time. At least I remembered these existed at all. Gotta give myself credit where it's due. Anyway, head to the front of this same roof, and there's one on the left side, but not one on the right side here. So if you, it's the same spot, like pretty much exactly. It's this top row of the big bulk of stairs on the left. You're counting to the second dark oak stair back, and you're breaking 5. And again, where you need blocks, you'll place upside down oak stairs. You will have the cyan concrete here, so that'll be a little bit helpful. But you'll have your row of 5 blue concrete powder. Either side brought up by 4. Diorite slabs in the bottom center. Gap of 1 above. Upside down diorite slabs. Top blue concrete powders will be brought in with upside down diorite stairs with an upside down slab in the middle. Blue concrete powder on top. And before we do anything else, the inside of this by a block, you're going to just fill in behind the diorite with jack-o'-lanterns as your light source. Off the top corner, blue concrete powders, you'll place upside down smooth quartz stairs that'll face kind of towards each other. I love words. You'll then go both out from those with stairs and up from them with stairs. Then in with upside down stairs. Up with stairs, and then in the center, you want an upside down stair facing out with a stair on top of it facing towards the center of that peak. To the right of us. Or I guess behind us right now. In front of us. Something like that. Definitely not behind us because we're looking at it. Same thing, you'll take the top smooth quartz stairs on the sides. It is not this guy right here, and you'll bring them back with a stair. Then 3 dark oak slabs. Again, in the center of them, you'll place planks, and then the other smooth quartz stairs will bring over with dark oak stairs until they connect into the roof somehow. And yeah. And then these sides will be filled in with blue concrete powder. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. I mean, for me, it's easy, because I'm also looking at it. I'm cheating. Anyway, there's another set we do have to do, which I think should be the last ones, unless, like, something really obvious is just not there, or I'm just missing it. So, from the bottom, not the bottom, I guess, but from the, like, front where we would have started, you want to take the porch roof and the roof to the, or the section of it to the left of this roof. And if you take the warp slab rows, you want to actually be on this first warp slab and count back by 2, and you're breaking 3 dark oak planks extending left. Below... Okay, well, I'm lagging out. That's really good on my alt account. Below these, instead of oak stairs, you want upside down smooth quartz slabs for both of these, because you want to place blue concrete powder in line with these, but again, you will want the upside down smooth quartz slabs below, because that is the ceiling. You'll end up leaving a gap of 6 extending left from that, and you'll have another row of 3, because we can just do both these at the same time. These are quite simple. Extend these side blue concrete powders up by 3. And then in the center, you'll place a diorite slab at the bottom. Upside down diorite slab with the next block, and then a blue concrete powder at the top, which will give you these rectangles. Filling in the back of them with jack-o'-lanterns may be smart. That again, don't face out, because we don't want to see the spooky look. We just want the jack-o'-lanterns, plainly. From the top blue concrete powder corners, we'll place upside down smooth quartz stairs extending out that'll face towards each other. Stairs both outside of those and on top of those upside down stairs. And then in the center, you'll place an upside down smooth quartz stair facing forward, and then on top of that one, you'll place a regular smooth quartz stair facing back. Literally the exact same thing for the roof here, just it is smaller. You're taking the top smooth quartz stair on either side that is not the actual top one, and you'll place a dark oak stair going back, and then 4 dark oak slabs. I think the other time was 3, but that's not really important anyway, the fact that it's not the same exact number. Again, dark oak planks in the center row, and then the side rows will just be dark oak stairs. You only have, I guess, 2 per roof, or 1 per side rather than 2 per side. So, yeah. And then again, you'll bring the blue concrete powder back to fill in the roof. It doesn't really matter what you fill under this as long as you don't go too low. Oh, yeah, right. I remember doing this originally as well. I just, like, had an issue with getting this to cooperate. It might be advised to go to the inside of it just so you can kind of finagle with it better. Because it's definitely annoying, and I'm just going to break under here. And I know what the other one is because, yeah, you can kind of see it. It's peeking out. Here, and I'm going to totally trap myself. I mean, I pretty much already have, let's be honest. Nice. I don't know why I filled that in. It didn't matter. That is those sections done, which should mean that the house itself, other than, again, some more details and stuff, is done. We're going to kind of just run around and do whatever. So, I kind of want to start with the graveyard and the chimney. Like the upper section here. Because this stuff is fairly easy. Before we clear inventory. Well, no, I guess we can clear inventory anyway, actually, because we need smooth quartz here regardless. So you want to get out the following. Smooth quartz blocks. Smooth quartz stairs. Smooth quartz slabs. Stone stairs. I just like zoned out for a second trying to figure out something with the chimneys. Stone slabs, not that they're important yet. Azalea plant, or I guess it's just called azalea, but I always like to specify that it's the plant. Moss block. And we'll go with the chest. There's a couple dotted around. We might place a lot of them now, the chests. I mean, if you're looking at this from the front of the house, you want to take the front left muddy mangrove root, which is this one. And from it, you want to count back by 3 and right by 2 and place 3 smooth quartz blocks extending back. The center one you'll bring up by 1, and then the front and back ones you'll place smooth quartz stairs facing away from that center block like so. From the center of that, you'll count right by 3 and place an azalea plant with a moss block on top. Count forward by 2 and place the same thing. And from that one, you'll count right 2, back 1, same thing. Moss and azalea work so well together. I mean, they did come out in the same update, so I guess that kind of does make sense. You want to count right by 4 from that one particularly. Forward by 2, and then you're going to place, moving up, 2 stone blocks, and then a stone slab. Off the front and back of that top stone block, you'll place upside down stone stairs. Almost looks like an angel or something. I don't know. It might be. I don't remember. No, this one isn't, I don't think. I don't think any of them are, actually. So from that one, you can actually take the bottom stone and count back by 3, and you'll just place a chest facing forward, not a chest piece. You'll count left by 4, so you're behind this kind of bush, and then back by 2, and you're going to place a smooth cord stair facing forward. Behind it a block, and then a stair facing back. Extend this block up by 2, and then extend the top block there, both forward and backward with slabs. You can then take the back left-hand corner of this muddy mangrove root, and count forward diagonally right, and place an azalea plant with a moss block on top. From that one, count forward 2 and right by 1, and place 2 stone blocks moving up with a slab on top. Top block you'll bring forward and backward with upside down stone stairs that should face away. Let's try our hand with the back right corner now. From this muddy mangrove root, this poor little guy on his own, you want to count left by 4. Then forward by 3, and place an azalea with a moss block on top again. Count right 1, forward 1, smooth cord stair facing back, in front of it smooth cord stair facing forward. On top of that, you're going to place, each stair will face the same way as in front to back, as they're on top of each other, but on top of that you're placing a set of upside down smooth cord stairs, and then another set of right side up smooth cord stairs, which should give you this. Again, the front one's face forward, back one's face back. As mentioned, there's a couple more chests, and I feel like placing them now to get them out of the way. So let's run around and do that, and then we'll come back to here. So if you head towards the front of the build and to the left side, you have these 2 blue concrete powder little roof window sections we just made. I wish they were used, like there's nothing in them. Between them, not the bottom row of dark oak planks between them, but the next one up. I guess it's the middle of the 3. You'll take, out of the middle 2 dark oak, the left one, and place a chest on top. I can only think of one other one immediately, but I want to make sure that is actually the only one real quick. Yeah, okay. It's on the very top of the roof, and it's like pretty much all the way back, where you have this weird warp fence that's kind of floating. We're going to ignore that. In front of the row of dark oak slabs, you'll just place a chest there. So there's 3 in total. Clear your inventory again and get out the following. Bricks. I almost just said brick block. Bricks in general. I just almost did it again. Okay, whatever. Brick stairs. Just, you know what I was talking about. Brick slabs. Campfires. Oh, we missed a step. That's fine. It's not a huge step, but it would have been nice to get it out of the way. Where are campfires, by the way? Can we? Okay, there we go. Red carpet. Levers. Smooth quartz stairs. Smooth quartz slabs. And I think that's all that would make sense for right now. Yeah. So from this thing again that we just made, you want to take the back right-hand muddy mangrove root, and again count left by 4. Going left here, you're going to place 2 brick blocks. Extend either brick up by 1, and then you'll place campfires on top of that. On top of the campfires, you can just place red carpet. Campfires can emit smoke through a full block, which is interesting to know. I discovered that in Bendy. Out of all projects. Anyway, around the outside of these campfires, you might need a placeholder. Yeah, you probably will. But you want to place upside down brick stairs just wrapping around. Adding extras on the corners just so you have a full rectangle. On top of each of those stairs, we'll place brick slabs. Again, you could technically make this slabs. And in Bedrock Edition, you see it still goes through. But I thought having a little bit of a dip in would look better. And you could also use like gray or something if you wanted instead of red. Anyway, on the smooth course behind the chimney, you want to count to the second slab to the left and replace it with a stair facing left. Cap of 1 extending left, and then you'll place a stair facing right. Extend each of these stairs, make sure they face the same direction. Up diagonally, back 1. Up 1. Up diagonally, back 1. Up 1. Up diagonally, back 1. Up 1, and then up diagonally, back 1. Place smooth quartz slabs between each set of stairs. And you see it'll look like this. And that's just like a ladder. You can't actually use it, obviously, but it's there. I don't think if it... Does it help you parkour up the roof in theory? No, I don't think so. I think you're just kind of... You're not getting up. Sorry. If you want to, like, add ladders off the sides or something, you can. I don't actually think you can place them on the backs of stairs, though, which is really annoying. Like, I guess you could add it there. That would technically work. Or, like, replace the slabs with... Maybe, like, the... I don't know, actually. I guess just replace the slabs with barriers and then place ladders off of them. Or some other option that I haven't considered, I'm not sure. Heading to the roof to the right here. This should be the last thing I think we'll do in this part. Yeah, I don't really think anything else makes sense at this point. You want to take the backmost dark oak slab of the second row down on the divot, which is this one, or I guess the bow, the dip. And you want to break, not that one, but the 3 in front of it and replace them with bricks. Extend the bricks to the left a row. And I'll bring those down just so you can't see the dark oak under them. Just kind of make sure that they connect or go almost through the roof. You'll also bring those bricks up by 2 rows. And the top row of bricks you'll surround an upside down brick stairs. Off of the right side, you're going to take this top brick and place a lever. So, yeah, really what's left at this point, well, I guess actually just everything, is supports, and then there's a couple, like, more details and random stuff around that is technically interior stuff, but because it's visible from the outside, I just want to get all of that done. And then after that, it's going to be, after, like, that stuff, it's going to be fence, or marking the fence and doing the terraforming, and then probably shed, I think, after that, or it might be before the terraforming, I'm not sure. And then it'll just be some general things around the yard, and then it's onto the interior. So yeah, this is actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting by the 4th part for the exterior to be pretty much done, but, you know. This very well could be like 15 parts, which is insane to think that this would be like anywhere remotely close to the length of Ban Zero or Batum. That's kind of wild. Anyway, with that being said, I think I hope you guys did enjoy this video. That's part 4 done. And yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.